Hey everyone, welcome to Workshop 2. We're Team 8, and our team consists of Ziad Ahmed, Adam Mark, Griffin Wilkes, and Mark Walters. And our topic is lifelong learning. So today I want to talk to you about continuing education. And as you can see, it's key because you keep educating yourself. Now, it's important as a leader to always be learning and improving on your leadership style, as well as your personality and being able to be accommodating to other people. So you can do this through many ways. You can take classes, and many times those classes are available online or face to face. It is important to consider your learning style when you choose these classes. And if you're a more hands on person, then it's important to pick those classes that would be more applicable to that learning style. Now, if you do already have an occupation, many times you'll be reimbursed if you take classes that are going towards a degree, and you'll be reimbursed from that company or from your employer. And it's important to take advantage of every opportunity. So if you're faced with having the opportunity to take more classes, always take that because you won't always be able to take that opportunity. Next is benefits. It's important to keep educating yourself because you'll build your technical skills. Now, these skills could be people skills, public speaking, interpersonal communications, but nonetheless, it's important to keep building upon those skills. That way, you'll be more successful in your next occupation. Leadership courses, that's a huge benefit because not every class will build your leadership, and leadership is huge. It's a big key thing that employers are looking for. So that brings me to my next point, that you become marketable to employers. You want to be able to take a step out of the crowd and really just be recognized for the accomplishments that you've completed. It also can help you work towards a degree, and that's huge when you're looking for jobs that are on a higher tier. They always look for people that are dedicated and have worked towards a degree. And finally, leadership skills that you can develop doing this. Flexibility, that's huge because if you already have a job and you're trying to balance that with class and life, that will inherently help develop flexibility. It helps you to be cooperative, working with other students, and also working with your employers to make sure that your schedules align. And it also helps you make an analytical approach to different problems in your life that you're faced with, and that can always be huge when you do that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our next presenter.
Hello, my name is Griffin Wilkes, and today I will be talking about mentoring as related to lifelong learning. Mentoring applies to lifelong learning in the sense that a mentor is someone to ask deeper questions or advice. So to start, what is a mentor? A mentor is someone who is an experienced and trusted advisor. I wanted to emphasize the word trusted because in my eyes, a mentor is someone who will always steer you in the right path. Someone who pushes you to succeed and can get the best out of you. A mentor is someone who will challenge you to get out of your comfort zone and help you use your talents to maximize your potential. So who makes a good mentor? Now, earlier I said a mentor was someone you trust. So a family member is generally a good mentor. However, they cannot fill this role completely. While a family member always has your best interests in mind, is someone you trust and knows you better than most, they hate to see you fail. A great mentor is someone who will challenge you knowing you will fail, as a means to teach you how to overcome obstacles. So, to find a good mentor, look to someone you trust and know well. For example, it could be a church elder, so a priest or your pastor. It could be a favorite teacher, someone who you've been to their office hours many times and that you have great conversation and they stimulate your learning. Or it could be a successful person in your career path. For example, someone who has gone down the same path you are on and can guide you to be even better than they were. Personally, my favorite mentor is an old priest of mine when I lived in Houston, Texas. I was struggling because I had to move from Houston to Wichita in the middle of my junior year of high school, and I really didn't know what to do. And so I went to him and I asked how I could approach my situation. He gave me great advice. Just be a good person, and you'll make friends. You'll love what you do. You'll love school, and just keep doing what you love. So in that case, it would have been my sport, swimming, and all that good stuff. So now let's look at the benefits of a good mentor. I'd say a mentor can help you with stress, right? And it kind of goes with my second point. They can help you answer difficult questions or embarrassing questions, or help you with tough decisions. So I put these two next to each other because, questions that are hard to answer they cause stress. And a good mentor is someone you can go to and get those difficult answers, and that in return helps relieve stress. Now, earlier I said they know you well and they steer you down the right path. And I think this maximizes your potential. I also said they get you out of your comfort zone. This is great because, they can guide you to try something you've never tried before. And maybe you love it. Maybe you're really good at it, better than anything else you're good at. And of course, the final benefit, they keep you on track. As here with the picture, this guy with the torch leading another guy down the path, you can tell that the guy with the torch is older and is a younger guy following in his footsteps. He's showing him the ways. He's showing him early on too, so that he can succeed and learn, do what the older guy, your mentor, didn't do when he was younger. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ziad Ahmed, and I'm going to be talking to you about one of the approaches for continued professional development, which is peer observation. Peer observation can be defined as observing what others do and learning from it to develop your own skills. This process is not a passive one, as you would be required to dedicate time and effort to learn from others. However, it will be a lot more efficient to do so than learning the same things on your own. It can also be more than just observing, as both sides can engage in a discussion and give constructive feedback to each other. It is a very important factor in creating a successful and professional organization or team. It helps both sides to develop further, whether it was the one performing and teaching the practice or the one learning from it. There isn't a specific experience level that solely benefits from this, as everyone can learn and refine their skills to higher levels no matter how good they are. Even though peer observation can be a little intimidating at first for people that are usually shy, it helps everyone become a lot more social and is a very great way of building solid communication, a type of communication that is both honest and open-minded with no boundaries. Not to mention, it is a very good way to refine your skills by watching how an expert does a practice and analyzing exactly what they are doing, or even asking them to provide you with feedback on what you are personally doing wrong. Moreover, it helps the one performing the practice to reflect on said practice and try to improve it even further, and analyze any mistakes they were doing, if any. It also increases the trust between each other and significantly improves the teamwork. In peer observation, there is no criticism for any acts. It is all a positive environment of supporting each other and learning new experiences or improving on the ones you already know. There are simply no disadvantages for peer observation. It is a fully learning experience for all sides and encourages them to grow professionally and motivates them to do better. You can never go too far in your professional life depending on just your knowledge or experience. Observing and learning from others is what makes one more intelligent than others. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Adam Mark, and to continue our talk on further education, I'm going to be talking about on-the-job training and then becoming the trainer. For on-the-job training, once you get a specific job, there are many different courses and classes that you can take that are specific to that job. And most of the time, your company will pay for it because they want you to become the expert in that certain field. For example, at my job at Textron, I work in the electromagnetic effects group, and there is a class that deals with just that. It's a week-long class, and the company will pay for it once I become a full-time employee. So that just shows employers that you're willing to go the extra mile to better yourself and become more of a subject matter expert in your area. The next thing that you do is to become a trainer and hold one of the classes that I was talking about before. Once you become a trainer, then you can show that you know what you're talking about, and then to teach others about it as well. And then once you share your knowledge, that helps you reinforce your knowledge by sharing it. And it forces you to become an expert in that field. Because whenever someone asks you a question, you have to be able to come up with the correct response in a timely manner. And so if you don't, then you kind of look kind of dumb if you don't exactly know what you're talking about. And I will pass it on to the next speaker.